Mitakepi, good morning. It's me, Dera. I'm just here to talk to you a little bit today. I've been trying to make outside videos, but it's kind of been pretty windy out, so I don't really have like the camera that would accommodate that. So today I'm going to talk about we're entering into a new moon phase. Like I think it was last night was the official new moon. A new moon, they call it Iyotte because it's dying. It's dead. So the new moon was last night. I know a lot of you went to ceremony, went to sweat, and we're entering into another moon of spring, Wetu. The moon that we're entering into is Chawakbe no Blechawi. So when the leaves start to spring forth, when they start to grow. Also, in this month in particular, we have Earth Day. As Lakota, every day is Earth Day. It doesn't take a specific month or a specific time designated to tell us that we need to be a good relative. Unci Maka essentially is our grandmother Earth. They also call her Keawita because it was a turtle that dug deep and brought up all the soil so that the continents could to come to be. So it's called Turtle Island to a lot of people, and for us it's everything because it is where we come from and it is where we go back to. So it's very beautiful to be a part of Unci Maka and her creation. Protecting her. There's many ways you can protect her. You could be outside and just be walking on her. They always tell me when I was growing up to, when you wake up in the morning, to go outside barefoot and greet her and to put your prayers out. Try and do it, they used to say, before the sun rises. Especially if you can, when the morning star is about to rise. My grandmothers and my mother, they were always real strict about these ways, and so every morning, this is the same routine, and after a while, you pick it up, and it's just how it goes, and you know that you're a part of such a beautiful and significant line of prayer. Ways that we also can protect her is by just being a good relative, by picking the berries. They always tell us that if you do not pick them, that they might not come back. So, you can always be outside. You can start picking up those habits that our grandmothers and our mothers instilled in us. If you don't have that in your everyday life, you can go out and you can ask somebody, don't be embarrassed, to take them some tobacco and opaki them and ask them to teach you about these things. That's the correct way to do it, is to take them tobacco and, what you want, maybe they can talk to you and wohokia you and give you those words of wisdom that you're seeking. And so being a good relative to Mother Earth is being a good relative to all. The theme for this month is WoLakota. WoLakota is very powerful. WoLakota is what we strive for. WoLakota is unity, it's harmony. WoLakota, in essence, kota is the ancient word for friend. So like kola, kota, it comes in together where everything is good, So WoLakota is what we should try to strive for every day in our personal lives and our prayers and how we coincide to work together. WoLakota is a very important part of our everyday lives. My late uncle, his name was Leroy. Actually, that's him in the background right there. Leroy Iyotte. He told me one time, he said, the Iyotte needs WoLakota. Until we can all find WoLakota, he said, we're going to have a hard time. And, I was really young when he told me these words, but they always stuck inside me. And WoLakota is what we look for in ourselves, because we should find that inner peace between our minds and our hearts so that we can become that prayer that we need for tomorrow. So WoLakota is something that we strive for. And so this month we're going to be talking about ways that we're going to empower ourselves through nature, through Unci Maka, through her creation, through ourselves. We're gonna tie ourselves in to all the stories that come together with who she is, and she's our creator. She's where we come from. So right now we're in Iyotte. We're in spring, and actually, you know what? Just now, the thunders barely hit like last week, and it was beautiful. Just woke us up. My little sister-in-law, she said she jumped up and ran in and grabbed her baby. She didn't know what she's running from. I said, "Geez, you've been hanging out with your mother-in-law too long." But the thunders finally came. So right now during Iyotte, you know, it's telling us that you know, it's gonna start raining. That vegetation's starting to be green. The animals are all starting to calve. You know, it's signifying to us that it's a time that we're growing. And so right now, you know, we should be looking around at what is growing and kind of making mental notes of it. So right now, you know, you should have gotten your Chinshasha for the winter. The constellation went from Chinshasha Iyotte, which is the dried willow. And then we went into the constellation Wichinchila Shak Owi, where that's where we go, and we go up to Hihakaga, and we welcome back the thunder. And so about right now, our people would be doing that. They'd be all, you know, in the Black Hills, because right now this is the Kesapa ceremonies are going on. And, you know, we'd be up there, and then you know, it's a really beautiful time, and it just now happened. So, you know, I got a couple behind me just that I haven't scraped yet, but I did get them before it thundered. I know it hasn't thundered as of yet up in the Standing Rock area, so, you know, they're lucky up there. They can still harvest some. You need to harvest this, or, you know, we could stand chance to be punished. So you have to always do what they want us to get done. What's sacred up there is sacred down here. So it's around this time that we're all in the Black Hills, where the ceremonies are starting to take place. After we welcome back the thunders, during the next moon, then we hit a new constellation. There's 13 constellations that represent where we're supposed to be at in on the Makoche from up there in the star world. So after this constellation where we welcome back the thunders at Hiha Kagapaha, now they call it Black Elk's Peak, but I still call it Hiha Kagapaha because that's what Tunkashila and Unci Maka named it. That's the name that they gave us. So I honor that that mountain, that rock, that spirit that gave us these ceremonies by calling it the name that was intended. And so after this one, then the next ceremony we move into during this time would be from Hiha Kagapaha, we move to Peshla, and we move into a new constellation, the Ki Iyanka Ochanku, which is the red racetrack. And, you know, like I said, there's 2 moons that consist of spring, which is Iyotte. So those 2 moons, those guide us, and those tell us where we are supposed to be. So the ceremony at Peshla, when we go up there, I don't really hear too many people talk about it, but it was something that we did as a whole, because all of our prayers, that's a lot of faith, that's a lot of sichu, or energy that, you know, we needed to get things done. And so the Ki Iyanka Ochanku constellation guided us to Peshla, and then that's where the Akishat Aya Wowakwala ceremony was held, where we welcome back peace and like harmony within ourselves. So we welcome back that thunder, and that thunder hit, and it woke up everything. And so now we're asking for peace because, you know, it's waking up everything and we all need to get along. So, you know, these ceremonies were a big part of who we are as Lakotas. And as Lakota, we all have to pray together to be as one, you know. They always say the family that prays together stays together. As Lakota, we need to stand on our prayers, and so that with every one of us together, we can move mountains, you know. And so these ceremonies were here to strengthen us, to guide us, to boost the morale of the people, and to remind us of where we're at in that great circle of life. In my next videos, I'll be going out and I'll show you what all the berry trees look like as they start to bud. If you're familiar with these already, like the plum bushes, they're like a deep plum colored root right now, almost like that chinchasha behind me. And, you know, they kind of catch your eye and they like make you think like, whoa, you know, like, is that a chinchasha? But, you know, they're just really beautiful. And, you know, right now the thunder did boom, so, you know, the snakes have woken up. The snakes they protect the plums, the berries, you know, they're protectors of the ground. So the creepy crawlers, Iyotte, and so all these things coincide together, and they also bring together that unity and that harmony and that peace, that WoLakota that we strive for daily. During the springtime, the big indicator that spring has finally hit is the Big Dipper is upside down, and that tells you that, you know, spring is truly here. We go off of what the stars say as Lakota. We chakpi Iyotte himacha. I'm from the Star Nation, you know, and so are you. So as young people that are here to strengthen the youth, who are here to guide yourself. Maybe you're learning something yourself through these videos, through these teachings. You know, just remember that you're powerful, you're beautiful, you're Lakota, you're unique, you're one of a kind. You come from a race that was so beautiful, that was so fierce, that it took the flag of the United States of America. So remember that, and remember how powerful you are. When you wake up in the morning, you know, Lakota himacha. Remind yourself that you're a Lakota. Remind yourself that you're strong. Remind yourself that you have that energy inside of you to do good, to be positive, to be a good relative to not only yourself, but to those around you. And being a good relative doesn't just extend to people, it extends to animals, because it's the animals who teach us. It's the animals that have always guided us and shown to us the beauty of what we really need to see when we open our mind and we look from the heart.